Hey, what's up everybody? BDF44 coming at you another video. Walking with my new fan. Just bought one, but it's probably been about 4 months, 5 months ago. It ain't been that long, but yeah, I left the other one at the hotel, and you know, about as much as it would cost to Uber over there and Uber back, because I'm not catching the bus to Sun Valley for a damn fan. So as much as that would have cost, it would have cost just the same to buy a new one. It's almost the same, about 25 bucks. So for me, it made so much more sense to just let someone have that one and get myself a new one, call it a day. They only had 2 left. Got a black one this time. I prefer black anyway. Last time I got white, and they had the exact same fans at the Studio Lodge Hotel that they offered. So the white one that I had, same company, same color, same size. So it was like, yo, let me just get a black one so people know I'm not trying to steal their fans, even though at this point they know me well enough to know that I'm not. But still, you know, I don't want anybody seeing it hanging around over there and confusing it. So getting a black one lessens the chance of that being the case. But yeah, man, feel pretty good. I wanted to actually make a Laker video here, but you know, when it really comes down to it, our Los Angeles Lakers, dude, they have been playing like kitty cats, right? Female dogs, maybe. I don't know if there's a right way to put that without being disrespectful, but that's how badly they've been playing. They've been disrespecting themselves in the way that they've been balling. It's not even reasonable to think that you're gonna lose by 70 points to 2 teams below 500. Let that sink in. The Miami Heat are below 500. The Timberwolves are below 500. And we lost by a combined 70 points to those teams in the last 2 games. Like, if you would have lost to Cleveland and Boston that way, it would have been egregious. But to lose that way to teams that are not even that great is ridiculous. And that is exactly what has happened with the Los Angeles Lakers. They just have not been balling like the team that we respect and love. And at this point in time, we got to figure them out. We got to figure out as fans if we actually want to watch them. And that's really what it comes down to. Do I want to watch this crap? As I'm setting up my day to watch them play at 4:30, foregoing other things that I love to do, is it going to be worth it? Because as bad as they've been playing, it hasn't been. It ain't been worth it in a couple weeks, actually. And that is really what it comes down to. I think I'll take this second to say something I've said a million times. I really want the NBA to do away with this collective bargaining agreement. I really do. The apron restrictions make it so that changes cannot be made on a team that really needs to make them. And that is something that is bad for the product, and it's bad for the chemistry of each and every team in this league, in my opinion. It may provide some job security, but if I'm being honest, some of these guys don't need job security. They need to be the hell out of here, if I'm being honest with you. They don't need guaranteed contracts. They need to be in China. So while the system of providing job security could be great for the overall, for some of the people that are in place, that's the last thing you need as an organization, as an association, is guaranteeing some of these contracts. Guaranteeing some of these people means that they're going to sit back and see no urgency in playing sport at the highest level. And that's what I'm also understanding. I listened to something this morning Trevor Lane said. He was a commenter had said something along the lines of nobody's fighting for their jobs. And that's the truth. Nobody on this team has the urgency to play hard except for guys who are on 2-ways, like Koloko. The rest of these dudes, they got guaranteed contracts. And I think that also contributes some to the effort that we're seeing in the ineptitude of circumstances, because they know that their check is guaranteed, that they're going to be in the league next year. Some cases, I think that's part of the problem, because guys look at a score and say, well, there's always tomorrow, taking it for granted, as if the game can't be taken from them overnight, as if they're guaranteed an opportunity to try this again or something. I think these people take it for granted a little too much, and I think that's part of the problem in this Laker team specifically. In Miami, and I said this already in a previous video, I don't think people really realize how much of a privilege it is to play at this level. I don't think people realize that they can't just take games for granted and run off the court losers by 41, expecting that they're going to have an opportunity to redeem themselves again in the next game. Some of these people don't need to be coming back for the next game after getting beaten by 41. You understand what I'm saying? Smiling and laughing and you getting stomped out. That shows to me a for granted taking going on. That for a lot of us should be offensive, to be completely honest with you. Especially given the fact that we've seen our greatest player and ever wore our uniform lose his life. He never took the game for granted. He didn't know he only had 41 years on this earth, but he didn't take anything for granted. He left it all out there. You got people living in dire circumstances watching these basketball games in some cases. They don't have the privilege of taking for granted an opportunity to make millions of dollars shooting a damn basketball. You know, I don't like the attitude. I don't. I think guys have lost sight of the fact that they're not entitled to be here. That they're not entitled to put on this uniform and do whatever they want to do just because they can play basketball. That you have been given an opportunity that few people have, that many people want. And that you go out there and showcase yourselves the way you did these last two games takes all of that for granted. And so that's something I want to say to this team. It's been a poor attitude coming from within that unit of people. And I get it, circumstances aren't great. I get it. You've already gotten a lot done in regards to receiving accolades and contracts. And some of y'all are at the end of your careers. Others are, Father Time is kicking your tail or whatever. I get it. But at the end of the day, it's only about 300 people a year get to play in the NBA. You guys have chosen to do so for whatever reasons, good or bad. Get out there and act like you understand how much of a privilege that is. And stop letting your energy be dictated by your happiness in circumstances that you've lost sight of is actual privilege to begin with. Because that's what I'm seeing from player to player to player. Some guys on this team, they only want to play defense if their shot is falling. And they're only going to give effort if they're getting the ball. I don't respect that. You've lost sight of how much of a privilege it is to play NBA basketball. You should be hustling out there off the strength of the understanding of that privilege. You're living somebody else's dream that they don't have an opportunity to have. And while if you're playing at a certain level, it's honorable that you be there, but that you play at this level is not. It ain't honorable at all. They deserve your spot. Because at least even if they're down by 30, they're going to give it their all. Especially if they ain't guaranteed a contract like y'all. I think the NBA should stop spoiling these people in that regard. If you ain't performing, you don't get paid. And then we see what type of product they come out there with. Then we see what type of effort they show up in these basketball games with. Because what I'm seeing is guys that's not even trying in this case. You're on a stage being showcased to play basketball in Miami. One of the biggest stages is you play for the Lakers. One of the biggest opportunities to be seen doing this. You know how many people all over the world want that opportunity? And this is how you come out? Standing around looking, take one step out, call yourself contesting a basketball shot when you're 10 feet away from a guy. Man. Seem to be some people taking for granted what it is that they have in front of them, which is a great opportunity to be seen doing what it is they love to do. And they don't seem to love to do it right now. We talk about pride of putting on this uniform. Where's the pride? Pride of having your last name on your jersey as you represent yourself. Where's the pride in your name, man? That's what I gotta ask these people. How unhappy can you be making millions of dollars for a basketball team? Maybe you don't have the most athletic teammates. Maybe your coach didn't get it. and put you in the best positions to be able to be showcased to be your best. But you're on an NBA basketball team making millions of dollars. You're not in a coal mine. You're not shoveling snow at 4 a.m. You know what I'm saying? Context. You're not flipping burgers. Context. People think they're such victims when they have so much. They've been treated so poorly when they're making so much. I mean, it's like, yo, man, what's up? Do we have to really bring the conversation here to get some energy out of our basketball team? And I got to remind these guys that they have great lives and that they're rich just so they can run around and play basketball at a high enough level to make some damn sense? I shouldn't even have to do this. Why do I have to remind millionaires that they're privileged to be that? It's unbelievable, man, really. It's embarrassing. Shouldn't even have to be that deep of a conversation. Guys should just be playing ball at a high enough level that makes it so that we're not calling them out for not. I mean, God, man. Could have got more effort out of a bunch of 5-year-olds out there. It's ridiculous. How reluctant people are to put a body on somebody. How reluctant people are to hustle back when they miss a shot. Hustle. And I'm telling you, man, if anything that needs to be done, we need to get some people out there who have the hustle in them. Not people who only hustle when they feel like it. Only try when things are absolutely lined up so perfectly so that they can feel comfortable. Your comfort is not required. You're getting paid. Your lives are comfortable. That should be enough. You don't have to worry about where your next meal is coming from. Should that not count for something? Some of y'all making money like y'all moving the market all over the place. Just because the overall association makes a certain amount, you get a whole lot of money. And I guess that's fair in the world of capitalism, but the reality is, y'all ain't doing nothing. Nothing that should be garnering that type of money. And we all agree with it because it's the culture of the world we're in. Basketball players are wealthy. Fine. But you ain't doing no real work, man. Let's just be honest. You go out there and play the same game you played in the rec center. And the only reason why you're getting that type of money is because rich billionaires are able to get a bunch of us to watch. And I'm telling you, this doesn't make us want to watch. Y'all gotta make us want to watch this crap. And we're the ones out here doing the hard jobs. We're the ones living the tough lives. Watching you rich millionaires run around giving whatever effort you want to give. It's time y'all start understanding where it really comes from. It comes from effort put in by generations past that weren't making the cash. That paved the way for you. Whether they were winning games or whether they were continuously losing. They had to put in the effort. Paving the way for y'all to make all this damn money. And y'all get on the big stage and wet the bed like this. Because your teammate ain't that great. Because you don't have athletes. Because your coach was mean to you. Or whatever type of soft nonsense and I don't respect that y'all got going on in your heads, man. I'm over it. I'm over it. Somebody got to tell these people, man. This is ridiculous. And so that's where I'm at with it, man. The effort that I've been seeing in my basketball team running around with over the last couple of games. And the moping, like they're actually having tough days, real tough days in comparison to people who are actually having tough lives. It's disrespectful to all of us who really are living tough lives, man. Y'all should be smiling every day. Y'all should be thanking God every day if you believe in Him. Instead, y'all moping around. I don't want to see it. If I sense any of that energy tonight with the mood I'm in right now, I'm not gonna watch. I'm gonna turn it off. I'm letting y'all know now. Because I got too much respect for the world around me where people don't have millions of dollars to live the damn dream. We're not living the dream. We don't get to complain within the dream because the day ain't as great as the many great days that we've had. I'm sorry, that's just not real. And that you're afforded that opportunity and don't appreciate it is not something I want to have to be reminded of every day. I really don't. And I speak for everybody in the position we're in as fans. We don't want to watch that. We don't want to watch spoiled athletes mope around in privileged lives. We don't. Play ball like you want to be there, like you understand the privilege you have, and we'll appreciate it. But this, what the Lakers have been showing us, we can't appreciate, man. And they need to know it, and they need to understand it from that angle. So that's what I have to say, man. Hope people are listening. I hope people understand that they're eating away at the energy that we have for them in regards to watching them do what it is they love to do. If they keep running around like they don't love it, like they don't have the energy to give it, like they don't have the care to give it, that things need to be lined up ever so perfectly for them to have effort, then believe me, our effort in watching them is going to wane. BDL 44, I thank you all for watching. I'm out.